After making his name as a teen hip-hop sensation, Diggy Simmons was all set to take the industry music by storm. He started making waves just when he was a child, so him getting the amount of fame that he got didn't come as a surprise to many people. But behind the fame and Diggy's undeniable talent lies more than anyone would ever have imagined. You guys are in for a shock when you hear the untold story of Diggy's success. Diggy was first introduced into the spotlight as a teenager on his family's MTV reality TV show, Run's House. Now, although the show was mainly centered around Diggy's father, Joseph Rev Run Simmons, Diggy and his siblings had their fair share of the spotlight. Diggy started rapping in the late 2000s, but didn't fully start his rap career until 2009 when he released his debut mixtape, The First Fight. Saying that his debut mixtape was a huge success would be an understatement because this was what launched Diggy's career. Unlike most newcomers who barely make an impact with their first release, Diggy's debut mixtape got him over 100,000 downloads on his personal blog after he dropped it, and that was just the beginning for him. The popularity of Diggy's mixtape caught the attention of 5 different record labels, all of which offered Diggy a deal to take his career to the next step. Diggy was on top of the world, to say the least, and with so many opportunities around him, Diggy decided to sign with Atlantic Records, and that was how his music career began. Just a year after getting signed by Atlantic Records, Diggy uploaded a freestyle remix of Nas's Made You Look, and his version blew up the internet. Not only did it make him twice as popular as he was, but it also earned him recognition and praise from Nas himself, and even Kanye West, who said that he knew Diggy was going to be something fresh. From here, Diggy's career and fame only went up. He broke a record as the youngest member of Lupe Fiasco's rap collective, and he also dropped a single named Oh Yeah, which featured Lupe Fiasco and Pharrell Williams. Diggy's talent was undeniable, as he was able to create music that practically everyone could listen to and relate to. After the wide success that he received from his first mixtape, the following year he released his second mixtape, Airborne, and the hit single from his mixtape, Great Expectations, was featured on a national AT&T television commercial. Still capitalizing on his newfound fame and success, in December of 2010 he released his third mixtape, Past, Present, Future, and like his previous releases, this was also a hit. 2010 might have been a good year for Diggy, but 2011 was definitely better. Right at the start of the year, Diggy was listed on Billboard's Artist to Watch in 2011, and he was also selected to be a part of XXL's annual freshman list. In the summer of 2011, he went on his very first tour, BET's 106 in Park, Closer to My Dreams tour, alongside notable names like Tiger, Jawan Harris, and Trevante, to name a few. Diggy didn't waste any time getting back on the road after his first tour. In the fall of 2011, he went on his second tour, Scream Tour, the second generation, with artists Mindless Behavior, Jacob Lattimore, New Boys, and OMG Girls. During his second tour, Diggy made big collaborations with popular artists on featured tracks like Big M by Jacob Lattimore, Big Rights by Mindless Behavior, and Yeah Right by Deion Broomfield. It's safe to say that Diggy had finally found where he belonged, and his success spoke volumes for him. After participating in 2 successful tours, releasing his first major label single, Copyright, this single earned him a spot on Billboard's Hot R&B/Hip-Hop Songs chart, and in the 2011 BET Awards pre-show, Diggy was given the chance to perform his single. Diggy was going places, but his smooth and steady rise to success didn't come without a lot of struggles. He faced criticism and a lot of backlash from so many people. It wasn't just the fact that Diggy grew up in a privileged background with a famous father and uncle, it was the fact that Diggy didn't have to go through all the struggles that most music stars go through before they get their big break. Diggy's success was going through the roof, and many people believed he didn't have to fight for it for one day. This angered a lot of people who believed that Diggy didn't deserve all that he was getting, and that he only got as far as he did because of the background that he came from. And like some people say, in hip-hop, no struggle equals no street cred. The criticism that he got from the public didn't go unnoticed by Diggy, and when he addressed it, he seemingly didn't care much about what people had to say about him. In his words, people just didn't like him because of the fact that he came from something good, and he can't run away from his background because it was where he came from. where he was born into, but he made it very clear to everyone that being born into a family with as much money as he was doesn't mean that he can't go on and do whatever he wants. Even when he got his record deal from Atlantic Record, he stated that he worked for it, that he's the type of guy that would do whatever it takes to fight for what he wants. And since he got his big break, that was exactly what he was doing. In the fall of 2011, Diggy gave everyone a preview of his then upcoming album Unexpected Arrival by releasing 5 of the 12 songs that were set to come out with the album. As expected, before his album's release date, music critics shared positive reviews and predictions for the remainder of Diggy's album, and this just increased the anticipation for his album. After the release of his album in March 2012, it debuted at number 13 on the US Billboard 200, and by June on that same year, his album had sold 89,750 copies in the United States. Diggy was labeled the next big thing by so many people because everyone thought that he was going to make it into global superstardom, until he didn't. Even though he dropped a couple of singles after his successful album, Diggy just disappeared from the studio scene, and no one really knew why. I guess you can say that the holler and his success was partly his fault. For years, Diggy had kept quiet about why he suddenly stepped away from music, until he finally revealed the real reason in 2018. In a tweet that he made, Diggy explained how he had stepped away from the music scene because of his OCD, which affected his mental health and confidence. He let what people were saying about him and his music get to him, which affected him badly. After his emotional revelation on Twitter, Diggy went ahead to publish a new single, It Is What It Is, and the music video of this song gained over 454,000 views on Spotify. And then Diggy decided to make a full comeback into the music scene when he dropped his album Lighten Up. Diggy's comeback album was well received from so many people, and his breakout single Anchors gained well over 700,000 views after the release of his music video. Diggy hasn't been able to gain back the momentum that his career once had, but everyone is hoping that one day he does. Right now, while Diggy isn't promoting his music on social media, he's working towards living a clean and healthy lifestyle. He does this by putting exercise into his daily routine, and he even admitted that working out might just be his favorite activity. Do you guys think that Diggy can live up to the expectations everyone had for him? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.